saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy when I'm up with you. But then you saw me, caught you by surprise. A single teardrop.
Hi guys, welcome to Neptuna Tarot. My name is Cassidy and I'm so grateful you clicked on today. So today we are going to be doing a very fun, entertaining topic. How are you making your haters mad? So this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's just jump right in. Pile number 1, you guys shuffled Witch. Justice is coming. All right. Pile number 2, you guys shuffled Clover. Release your guilt. And finally, pile number 3, you shuffled Stars. You can manifest your every wish. Okay, so those are your 3 options here. If you're needing help deciding which pile is for you, you can always check out the description box where I shuffle songs from my ginormous playlist. It's always growing. I think we're at like 5,000 now. I don't even know. And it's growing. We're gonna get to 6,000 eventually. So, you know, a lot of different music, a lot of different stuff we'll shuffle, and sometimes it's very helpful to kind of be like, okay, I'm drawn to this song, let's pick this pile. Okay, so if you're interested in a personal reading, please do not hesitate to reach out to me any way possible, and I will get back to you regarding a more specific reading to you, your situation, whatever question you have, okay? I do love, career, general, messages from passed away loved ones, so if you're interested, do not hesitate to reach out. Okay, I will go ahead and see you at your pile. Bye. Hi there, pile number 1s. You guys chose Witch. Justice is coming. All right, so this pile feels very straightforward. I feel like you are doing really well. I just feel like justice is coming. We have the Justice card that came out here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we even have the Knight of Swords, and so I just kind of feel like you are in this like air earth energy, which is very like cold. It's very cutting, but at the same time, it's not even about like that your energy itself is cold. I think that when it comes to your haters specifically, you are very cold. I think you're somebody who thinks smarter, not harder. I think you're somebody who you decided to work on the things that you could control, work on the things that you could build and grow, instead of focusing on what these haters wanted you to focus on. Like, these haters wanted you to be in some kind of, there's an airplane, give me 1 second. They wanted you to be in some kind of lack mentality, especially, yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles here. Like, they just wanted you to be in lack, where maybe you didn't have enough finances to take care of yourself, you know. And I feel like that's all aspects of self, like your hair, your nails, your clothing, your house, your home, you know, shelter, rent, you know. It's like they wanted you to be broke, I think. And I feel like for a lot of you here, you are not broke. You are not broke. We have the 9 of Pentacles over here, so to me that's also trying to tell me that you have built something on your own. You have done something for yourself, built something completely by yourself. You didn't get any kind of help. I mean, I feel like, you know, we all get support and help in different ways, but I feel like whatever it is that you have been focused on, you have been really working hard on it and independently. And these haters are very upset that, I feel like they're upset that you don't need them. Like, how are you making them mad is your independence, your stability, your ability as well, with the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, both of these being in reverse, your ability to recover. You have an amazing ability whenever you feel abandoned or rejected, left out in the cold, whenever you feel sorrow and grief. It's almost like these things plant these seeds within you and push you towards more growth. It's almost like this pain, you have taken it and made something beautiful from it. You have truly proved to these people that what are my cats doing? My cats are playing with a box. They're so cute. Okay, like, you have proven to these people that you will always land on your feet. And like, I just was drawn to my cats. A cat always lands on their feet. That's the energy I'm getting. Is like, for whatever reason, these haters are being driven crazy because they feel like you always get your way. Like, things always balance out for you. Like with the justice, the scales, it's like things always seem to balance out in your what's the word, in your favor, you know. It's like the scales are tipped in your favor. You're just making them very mad that you know how to start over, you know how to recover, you know how to bounce back. And I think how you've bounced back is very important here, because it's very intelligent. You know, like I was saying, this Knight of Swords, it's showing that you used strategy, you used wisdom, you used your mind, your mental, and you used Pentacle energy, which is like stability, grounding, calm. Like, you stayed calm. You, like I said, you worked smarter, not harder. You didn't freak out. You didn't crash out. You didn't crash and burn. You know, if you did fall into any kind of pit of sorrow, or like I said, like feeling abandoned, rejected, you know, just this general like energy of challenge. You know, we have 5-5, and we also even have bottom of the deck, the 5 of Wands here. But I'm focused more on these two because these are reversed, and so it's showing me that you know how to get out of this conflict. You know how to get out of your challenges. You know how to rebuild. Four Swords in reverse, these people wanted you to be very restless. They wanted you to be exhausted, broke. They wanted you in this energy of needing others, very codependent energy. They wanted you to be so mentally exhausted that you would not have the wisdom to overcome your problems, to recover. And I feel like it's almost like this irony of these haters really wanted you down. You know, it's like they really desperately wanted you in this bad place. And I feel like because it's almost like how badly they wanted you down, it's like ironic that you have just completely gone the other way. Yeah, it's like giving just irony. I don't know, it's really ironic, because I feel like it's like they feel like they don't get what they want, but I feel like it's because their intentions are so nasty and negative that it's like, why would the universe want to support these intentions for these people, especially when it's just a very selfish intention of wanting to see you down in order to make them feel better. It's not coming from a place of like wanting the best for everyone. You know, it's not coming from a good place. It's not coming from a place of like, I want the collective to heal kind of energy, where I think your energy is more so like, I just want the best for everybody involved. And so it's almost like, in a way, I think karmically, you are karmically coming out on top with justice, because this is just what's fair. What's fair is that you get what you deserve and these people get what they deserve. It's almost like, yeah, it's like you're wishing on someone's downfall, so you get karma for wishing on their downfall. And the karma, I think that a lot of these haters are getting, is having to see you get justice for a situation, build something really beautiful on your own, be very stable and grounded. And honestly, some of you could be living in some kind of luxury, or you could have a good savings. You could have just purchased a big purchase, a car, a house. There's just something here that's kind of showing off your finances, where it's like, okay, you know, I have the money to take care of myself. You know, I don't need to be in this Five of Pentacles energy where I'm left out in the cold, where I don't have any money and I don't know how to take care of myself. No, you know exactly how to take care of yourself. And I think you also know when to start over, when to walk away, when to kind of end cycles and go on a new cycle as well. And I think some of your haters might be struggling with that, because maybe you ended a cycle with a hater and they're still very much holding grudges. They're still very much wishing negative onto you. And it's just, yeah, it's like they don't know how to let go, close a cycle, and start over themselves. And they're watching you doing all of these things. And that is what is really just driving these people freaking insane. Okay, yeah, and like I said, I feel like these fives are separate from this bottom of the deck energy, this Five of Wands. How are you making your haters mad is that you're a fighter. I really think that with this being at the bottom of the deck, and also with the Knight of Swords, okay, both of these energies, it's just kind of showing, like, I kept hearing this right before I pressed record, like outplay, outwit, outlast, like survivor. You know, it's like you won Survivor or something. You you outwitted these people. With the Knight of Swords, yeah, like you were smarter. And with the Five, it's like you fought. And I feel like with both of these being on the bottom, it was unexpected. These haters did not see this coming. These haters might have assumed that you didn't have the internal wisdom to get justice. You didn't have the smarts to fight back. You know, maybe these people thought you were a martyr. Maybe these people thought that you were in some ways like a victim, or not going to fight back in some kind of way. And I think that what they didn't see from your energy is that you will fight. You're not afraid of conflict. If anything, you're able to get out of conflict pretty easily whenever you want. But whenever you do need to stand up for yourself, stand your ground, fight your own battles, you will do so. And I think that's another thing that makes your haters really upset, is that they thought you were an easy target. And it's really, once again, it's just kind of showing that karmically they're getting what they deserve, because they went after somebody that they thought that they could kick while they were down, kind of energy. They thought it's like, I'm seeing somebody like bullying a baby. Have you seen that video where he's at the party, he's like glaring at the baby, he's like, did y'all see how that baby looked at me? You know, like that's the energy it's giving. It's like they really thought that you wouldn't be able to defend yourself. And so that's almost like karmically they're getting what they deserve. Karmically, you're standing up for yourself and getting what you deserve. You're getting your justice here. So there's some hidden energies here. So I'm really excited to see what these two cards are. I'm just trying to go over one more time and see, did we miss anything the first time around? Pretty much no. I mean, it's very fresh energy as well. I feel like you are simultaneously adventurous but also grounded, and it's like this really beautiful energy of like you've built a foundation for yourself, a foundation of independence, of strength, of almost like also karmically trying to do the right thing, not just for yourself but for everybody involved. And it's just like showing you've taken such wonderful care of yourself. But I really love this dynamic that you are carrying in your energy right now, where it's like the Fool. You're very adventurous, you're taking risks, you're putting yourself out there, you're starting new beginnings. But at the same time, the reason you can do this, the reason that you're able to like go towards this adventure, it's because you've built this beautiful foundation for yourself. Queen of Pentacles energy. Yeah, it's like for some of you, you could have a child, or you could be wanting to have a child as well. And I feel like you've also mentally been preparing for that, or you know, you have been doing everything you can to kind of plan ahead. You know, it's like when you have a kid, if for those of you who have kids that are still very young right now, you're planning ahead for this child's future. You know, I just feel like you know how to take care of yourself, and you also know how to take care of others. Other people trust you, other people respect you, other people look to you as somebody who is living their life, but is not completely reckless. You know, somebody who has stability and has self-respect, self-love. They know how to recover and take care of themselves. They know how to fight back as well, not afraid to fight if they need to, get their hands dirty. But at the end of the day, it's the foundation. It's the foundation. You worked really hard, I think, to build this foundation for yourself. This wasn't an easy thing to do. And it's almost like now that you're at this Nine of Pentacles here, where it's like independent, just hard worker, self-sufficient. You could be a very eligible bachelor, bachelorette as well. Nine of Pentacles can sometimes represent that. Where was I going? Dang it. Now that you're in this energy, it's just, nobody can really knock you down. You know, that's that foundation. You work so hard to do this. And I feel like for a lot of you here, you did this shit on your own. You built this shit on your own. The Star. Absolutely. Yes, 100%. This is so beautiful, pile number ones, because like I said, you know how to recover. That is what is driving these people so insane. That's what's really, how are you making them so mad, is you're healing. You have healed. And not only have you worked on yourself, recovered, been in this energy of healing, it's allowed you to hope. It's allowed you to build faith and trust in yourself. But really, it's that hope. It's like, I think yes, it's connected with the Fool, because it's like I said, you are able to take these risks, go after these dreams, go after these goals that you have, because you have hope. You have faith that the universe will be there for you. You have faith as well that you can take care of yourself. You can recover. You know, the star, I always mention this on my channel, and I'm seeing 555 on the timer here, but I always say this on my channel with the star comes right after the Tower. And I feel like these people may have tried to create Tower moments in your life. These haters wanted to see you in Tower energy, where it's like everything's out of your control. Things are changing rapidly around you. Things are crumbling, falling apart. And it's like, maybe these people were trying to, like destroy your foundation. Let this tower crumble. But I feel like you are standing strong in this star energy, and you're saying, I have hope. I know how to rebuild. You can knock me down as many times as you want, but I will get back up, and I will keep my faith, and I know how to take care of myself. It's just, it's so delicious. 9 of Swords in reverse. How are you making these haters mad? You're getting your sleep. You sleep like a baby. I feel like maybe you used to like stay up a lot, you used to lose a lot of sleep. Maybe some of you really struggled with anxiety or overthinking, where it's like you would stay up all night just like anxiously like thinking about things over and over and over again. You know, it's like there's just an energy that you have escaped, in a way, an energy you've overcome, you've healed from. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's a lot of these negative emotions. And you know, we all experience emotions on all kinds of a spectrum. We all experience the same emotions, the same feelings. But I feel like the difference between you and these haters is like, you know how to overcome the negative ones. It's like when you get into this energy of sorrow, you get into this energy of rejection, you get into this energy of anxiety, you know, insomnia even, I'm kind of getting. It's like, you know what to do. Like, you know how to take care of yourself. You know how to heal. And you're a healer. You're a healer. How are you making them mad? Is because you're a healer. And you will start over and heal as many times as you need to. These people hate your foundation. They really, really hate that you have built something so lovely for yourself. Okay, so I'm trying to get 1 or 2 last cards here. So what is the final message? I just shuffled this one time. I shuffled this deck one time. We have bossed, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Spirit is so funny. Spirit is so funny with me. Okay. Exactly what I have been saying this whole time. You have built a foundation of strength and success, and it's, you know, it's all thanks to your independence. So how are you making your haters mad is like, you don't need anyone. Like, I think community is very important, and it's not that you don't need anybody. It's like, maybe it's a difference. It's like you want people, you want community, you enjoy it, but it's like you don't actually need it. You're incredibly independent, self-sufficient here. It just drives these people crazy. Maybe these people are very codependent. These haters could really struggle and like always need people, need other people's validation. They can't do anything really for themselves. And so it's just like they watch you and they see how independent you are, and it drives them mad. Drives them mad. They're like, how do they do it by themselves? It's like they have to give you the credit because no one else helped you. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why they're mad, is because they have to give you your gold stars. They have to give you your flowers. They have to give you the credit that you deserve for this strength and success. Lakshmi, bright future. Stop everything, or I'm sorry. That was your haters. That was totally your haters, dude. That's crazy. They want you to stop everything. They really want you to have a tower moment where it's like this bright future is just like, I'm seeing a fire being extinguished. These people literally want to put out your fire, put out your shine. That's crazy. They said stop everything. Okay, but it says stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. Still a little sick, guys, so that congestion. I'm trying to not laugh because it makes me cough. Oh my gosh, let me get some water here. Woo. Okay, as I was saying, how are you making your haters mad? They know that you have a bright future. They really feel like you don't have anything to worry about. They really, like, what is making them so upset is that you don't have to worry. It's like there's this anxiety, there was like this worry. They really wanted you to be in this energy of worry and anxiety and scared, and it's like stressing about your own future, you know? They wanted you to believe that you couldn't heal, that you couldn't overcome these negative emotions, that everything wasn't gonna be fine. And I feel like you are in this energy of like self-soothing, self-care, just healing self, and it's really upsetting them. We have Artemis. Guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. And that too, just like is the cherry on top of everything in this whole reading, is that we have justice, and now we have this affirmation that you and your loved ones are spiritually connected. I mean, not connected, protected. But I think it's really just proving what I was saying is like karmically, you are getting what you deserve. Karmically, spiritually, you are protected, because I don't think you really went into these situations with negative intentions. I think that you are very extremely protective over your loved ones, like fiercely protective as well. And I think that you're getting your karma for that, where it's like spiritually your guides are letting you know like everything's okay, you're safe, your loved ones are safe. Like if any of you guys here in this pile like are worried that your haters are somehow going to create a tower moment for you, your haters are somehow going to like get into your head, or I don't know, like hurt you or your family, they can't. I really feel like they cannot. Karmically, they are not allowed in your energy. Yeah, they're just, especially like negative intentions that they send your way, they're not reaching you in any kind of way. So please be rest assured, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected, all right? Stop worrying, everything's going to be fine. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Love it, love to see it. I will just read the bottom to leave you off with Arakura blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. How are you making your haters mad? You're just getting started. You're not giving up. You're entering some new beginning as well that is just, woo, driving them up a wall. So keep doing whatever you're doing. You're really on the right path here, pile one. This energy is spectacular. Spectacular. Yeah, it's amazing. Keep doing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. Keep focusing on your foundation, your independence, and your healing. And literally, karmically, things will just keep, the scales will keep being tipped in your favor. All right? I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. That's all I have for you today. If you resonated, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Those are the easiest, freest ways to support the channel, and I very much do appreciate those things. So thank you for being here. Sending you all the best. Love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2s. You guys chose Clover. Release your guilt. How are you making your haters mad? You scare them. You scare the shit out of your haters. Okay, so we've got a lot of intense energy here that's coming through. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Bottom of the deck, we also have Emperor. Double Emperor energy. Okay, so you have a lot of intense energy. So when a lot of major arcana is coming out as well, it usually indicates that the person is going through a very intense time, very intense like changes that are, it's just very monumental in your life at this time. So I feel like you are going through something. It doesn't even feel like you're going through something. It feels like you're manifesting something. You're building something. It could be like a career that you are really pouring everything into. You're taking very seriously, and you're logically putting a lot of work into this work strategy. Like, it just feels like somebody very organized, somebody who knows what they're doing and is just bossing up. It's like people look to you as a leader as well. And I get that. How are you making your haters mad is that you're a boss, you have your shit together, you're manifesting things for yourself that it feels like things that you've wanted for a really long time. And it's things that you have had to like slowly over time gather everything that you needed. You had to build a skill. You had to get the tools that you needed for this skill or career. You had to go to school and learn this and that. You had to do this, like you had to save up and invest money into this and that. It's like, it feels very logical, organized. It feels like you have taken one step at a time towards your manifestation, and it's finally kind of building to this precipice where it's like you're actually seeing results. Like you are at this point in your life where you are actually seeing the results of hard work, dedication, control, discipline, Ambition as well. I'm getting a lot of ambition. It almost feels like this devil energy is giving me a lot of ambition. Like you have almost been obsessed with whatever it is that you are building for yourself, whatever it is, because it's going to vary for so many of you. It's like some of you, this is a family. Some of you, like you have always wanted to build a family and like build a home or something like that, and you're finally at that point of doing so. For some of you, it's about a career, and it feels like an office job, or like where you're finally kind of like getting recognition and getting a title. You're getting promotions. This could even be for some of you like artists that are actually getting recognition for their art. You know, it just feels like you know what you're doing, you know what you want, your eye is on the prize, you're obsessed. And I think it actually scares your haters. Like your haters are scared of you. It is so funny. I think that is so amusing. It's like, I think this flame here is also like, it's huge and it's engulfing and it's scary. You know, it's like if you get too close to this intense big fire, you will burn, you will get burned. And so it's like these haters, as much as they want to hate on you, as much as they want to talk shit, as much as they would love to say something to your face, I feel like a lot of these haters, they can't even get close to you. And some of them, it's like they are too scared to get close to you. You know, like, yeah, they're being a little bitch, like, you know, like they're so scared because they know that you will not put up with that shit. I think you are somebody who would definitely stand up for yourself, definitely talk ish back to these people. And for some of you, you would just completely disregard and ignore these people because they're not worth your time and energy, because you are just so focused and obsessed with whatever it is you're working on. And I think that would almost hurt your hater even more. Like, what would make your hater so mad is to know how insignificant that they are in your life. That's really what's making them so mad, is like their own insignificance to you, your ability to boss the fuck up, your ability as well to be focused and disciplined. I think that a lot of these haters, they don't have nearly half the ambition that you have. They don't have half the discipline. They don't have the ability to take that step by step, that logical step forward in order to slowly over time move towards their goals. I kind of get that the people that are hating are like people that really like instant gratitude, and these could even be really lazy people who just don't really have any kind of discipline whatsoever. Yeah. And it's like they want to talk shit about your discipline, but it's actually getting you somewhere. So it's like they can't say a damn thing about it. It's like they kind of want to call you uptight. They kind of want to call you like overly ambitious, you know. It's like where you're too focused on your goals, but it's really just because they want you to stop focusing so much on it, because they know that you're getting somewhere. You're actually getting somewhere. How are you making your haters mad as well? Is you're releasing guilt. So I think for some of you here, you could have walked away from certain people, places, things, especially because of how disciplined and ambitious you are. I think that you understand that you cannot stay in places where your energy is stagnant or stifled. You can't stay in places that like don't have any order or it's not even order. It just feels like people who don't have goals. Like, I think you could have been around people who just like weren't really doing shit for themselves, or they don't really think about their future. They're not disciplined. They just don't care. And I think you have had to kind of like move away from those people. And I think maybe at a certain time you could have felt really guilty about this. You know, it's like I know that a lot of people in my life, or like I sometimes have that mentality too of like, everybody eats, you know, if you're sitting with me at my table, everybody eats. I want to bring everybody with me. And so I feel like some of you guys struggle with that energy of like, I'm bossing up, but the people around me are not. You know, it's like my friends, my family, people that I wanted to like bring up with me, they're not elevating, they're not focused, they're not putting in the effort or work. And so it's almost like I think you had to really work through a guilt that you were feeling of like trying to put everybody on your back. Like I think you had to learn how to really prioritize self. We have the Ace of Cups here. You know, you had to put yourself first, your goals first here. And I think that's another thing that is making your haters mad, is that you actually stepped back and decided, I am only going to surround myself with people that inspire me, push me, motivate me. And I think you had to make some really hard decisions on who you decided to spend your time with. It really feels like, yeah, like I'm hearing time management. Because you're very organized, you're very disciplined, you really like to do things in a logical way that's going to get you somewhere, that's actually going to be worth it. I think you could be very type A personality, where it's just like you really like to be productive, you like to have your shit together, and you could have been surrounded by a lot of type Bs. And it's not to say anything's wrong with being type B. I feel like I'm a mixture of a bit of both, you know. It's like I look at type B people, I'm like, that's definitely not me. But I look at type A, I'm like, that's definitely not me. So, you know, it's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think that when it came to whatever you were trying to manifest for yourself, you had to make some hard calls. And I think your haters are mad because you don't feel guilty anymore. I think maybe these haters really wanted you to feel bad, and like it does kind of give a little codependence, where it's like they wanted you to just like stick by them no matter what. They wanted you to just like be a ride or die for no reason when they weren't really supporting your goals or dreams, or really like, you know, serving you. It wasn't, relationships were not serving you. And I think you had to pull back your energy, take back. And I think maybe at one point you could have felt guilty, but I think you have learned how to release it. And that is something that's very upsetting for your haters, is your self-love. It's the fact you've prioritized yourself. It angers these people. Okay. I'm hearing selfish. So yeah, like these people want to call you selfish. They want to make you feel guilty. They really want to kind of put you in a position where you have to decide either your dreams, or like, it almost feels like a codependent family or friend group or something, you know. It's like you're either with us or you're against us. It feels really immature. Just taking a deep breath here, because I feel like some of you, it's still upsetting to know that these people are still kind of hating, instead of just like, because I feel like you're a badass, you know, you're a boss. We have the Emperor here twice. You have so much self-control. I think that for as many haters as you might have, you have just as many supporters. You have just as many people who are rooting for you, and who will actually be there for you and actually show up for things that you need, or like will support you in your goals and your dreams, because you're a leader. The Emperor, you know, people look to you for advice. They look to you for almost like I'm hearing a blueprint, where it's almost like if someone doesn't know how to do something, or they don't know how to get started, they ask you, they come to you. You could actually get that a lot, where people ask for your advice, they ask for your guidance. And I think that's another thing that really pisses your haters off is that people really respect you and value your advice. They value your logic. They value your brain, you know? And with this devil, these haters wanted you to feel bound to them. They wanted you to feel obligated. They wanted you to feel chained to them. And it's like, if you walk away, you're the asshole. You know, it's like, if you walk away, you're the bad guy. But it's like, they almost put you in this impossible position where it's like, I think whenever you would start hanging out with these people, you wouldn't feel good about yourself after. It's like you actually started to learn how to listen to your body, listen to like your heart and mind, and be like, how do I feel when I'm around certain people? And I think that even though it's like, these could be people you knew from childhood, this could be your family, you know, and it's like people that really wanted you to feel obligated to them, I think you had to make some really hard decisions to cut the chain, you know? I'm hearing the song The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. And if you don't love me now, you will never want me again. I can still hear you saying you will never break the chain. They really like want you to feel bad, like you broke the chain. Oh, you're a bad person, you're selfish. All you care about is your career, your dream or whatever, your goals. But they don't reflect on the fact that they're asking you to sacrifice your goals. And that's incredibly selfish of them, to ask you to sacrifice those things in the name of entitlement, their own entitlement to your energy. That's not love. Love is never going to be possession. Let me say that again. Love is never going to be possession. And these people wanted to own you. With the devil, they wanted to own you. You see how they're wrapped up here? These people wanted to own you. And I love that because I'm pulling this card down and I'm able to see the horses now. And to me, horses are just such a symbol of freedom. Like, I just see a horse running through the wild. Free, you know, just free. And I feel like you had to free yourself from some devil energy here that was very draining, controlling, bounding, entitled, and you put yourself first. And what's even worse is like these people are so pissed off because you don't feel bad. Like, I think some of you might kind of still struggle here and there with like I miss those people, or I wish I could spend more time with them, or I wish, you know, like I didn't feel so negatively when I was around them, because I do have a love for them, you know. Some of you still might struggle with conflicted feelings of like, I wish I could make this connection better. But I really think it's almost protection here of like the fact that you had to move away from these people. I think it's taught you what real love, real friendship is, because these people were not showing you real, authentic friendship. They were showing you, I feel like, codependency. They were showing you entitlement. It feels like trauma bonds as well. It just feels like obligation over love. And it's like, that's why you don't feel badly, is because you've come to realize that this wasn't actually something for you or their highest good. So these haters, like, they're very upset because you don't stay up at night thinking about them. You know, you don't stay up at night torturing yourself with anxiety and guilt about how you had to walk away. You don't do that to yourself. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, you don't do that. You refuse to exhaust your mental energy in that way. First of all, I feel like very logically you're like, I'm not going to waste my energy like that. But it's also just like, I think you finally kind of come to realize that there were people in your life that wanted to guilt trip you into a connection that wanted you to feel obligated. And I think you've overcome it, and it drives them crazy because they feel like they don't have any kind of emotional pull anymore. It's like maybe they used to have some kind of emotional control over you, where it's like they could say the right thing and it would make you feel bad, and you would be like, oh, and you would cave, and you would go hang out, you would waste your time, and you wouldn't feel good after you spent time with them. But it's like they feel like they just like with this, it's usually represented in chains, and I think it's so cute. It's like all these bows and ribbons, but it's like you cut the ribbon, you cut the chain, you cut the cord. I feel like you some of you might need to do a cord cutting ritual here, but if you still feel these people's energy tugging and tugging and tugging on yours, I would recommend a cord cutting. But I feel like for a lot of you, you already kind of like internally cut that cord, and that's why they're so upset, is because they feel like they don't have that pull over you. They don't get any kind of emotional reaction from you. I feel like they used to have so much control over your emotions. This could have been like an ex that it's like they used to say something and it would bother you, and you would think about it all day, you would lose sleep over it, and now you don't really give a shit if they say the same thing. You're like, it's like you see through these people, you see through the hate, you see through the manipulation, the guilt tripping. You've bossed up. So how are you making them mad? You're moving forward. You're moving through these feelings of guilt and shame that I think people have manipulated you into feeling. And yeah, it's like, I think what these people, these haters aren't seeing, bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Cups, is that it did hurt. This shit did hurt. It was upsetting. I think some of you could have even cried over these situations. I feel like it used to have a really strong emotional hold over you, but I think in some ways you almost kind of learned how to love yourself more than all of this guilt and shame that these people were trying to put you into. It's like you realize that the people that really love and care for you don't want you to feel those feelings. It's like they're not intentionally going to make you feel that way. I need a cough. Give me a sec. Okay. And so I was going into, it's like you cut the cord, you don't feel as guilty anymore. It's like you're still struggling. Like some of you still do struggle with the fact that you had to walk away, the fact that you had to kind of mourn, grieve different kind of connections, that it's like I said, it's like you could have had that energy of like ride or die, where it's like you really wanted to bring people with you. You wanted to carry people on your back to the top, and it's like you started to realize that unfortunately these people were dead weight, and they wanted, not only were they dead weight, but they wanted to drag you down with them. These are people that do not like to see your success. And it really sucks, because I feel like you're doing really well right now. I think you are, if you're not feeling very successful in this moment, it's like the manifestations are on the way. Okay, I completely forgot where I am because my cat just came in and was crying. And I just was talking to her. 8 of Swords, with the 8 and the 9 of Swords, they wanted you to be very trapped in your own head. They wanted you to be in your own way mentally, and I think that you have mentally shown them that you are way too smart, way too disciplined, way too ambitious to ever be held back by something as trivial as like anxiety, self-limiting beliefs. I think you have pushed past those. You have fought your own demons, really. And I think that some of you, you're still working on it. You know, you still have demons to fight, but it's like you are not going to lay there and just, it's coming back to wasting energy. It's like very logical of like, I'm not going to sit here and spiral mentally, because that will waste my mental energy that I really need to pursue my goals. It's like, why would I waste my time doing that, you know? The Lovers in reverse. Another major arcana. Some of you, this, like I said, some of you, this is an ex. This is somebody who you used to have a really strong emotional connection with. And once again, it could be family, it could be this and that, but it's just like, I think you have, maybe in the past you used to think that like self-sacrificing was love. Like if you didn't pour into your own cup, it feels very codependent. Like you could have had a very codependent family, or like pattern that like your family dynamic taught you to be self-sacrificing. They taught you to overgive. They taught you to ride or die even when people suck, you know? And it's like, you could have internalized that as like, other people deserve my time and my energy, and it's like it just feels like self-sacrifice. And I think that you have had to learn that in order to build harmony, I feel like it's also like peace of mind, because with the 8 and the 9 of Swords in reverse, like you've had to really build and protect your peace. In order to protect that peace, you had to pour into your own cup. You had to learn how to prioritize self, value self. You had to learn that you are your own soulmate, first of all, and your dreams and goals actually really matter. And the people that really care about you and love you and want to be there for you, they're going to support that. They're going to support you loving yourself, putting yourself first. They're not going to try to possess you or hold you back. They're gonna want to see you move forward. Yeah, these haters wanted you to put them first. These haters wanted you to self-sacrifice. These haters wanted you to feel obliged. Yeah, because, you know, like the Lover's energy, it can represent like an amazing love, you know, like a soulmate. But I love that the cat is the same cat. This is one person. It's like you are your own soulmate, you know. And it's like, I think you had to learn that. I'm hearing the RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you gonna love anybody else, kind of thing. Like, I think you were taught like codependency, self-sacrifice was love, but it's like you've had to learn how to, like, what love really is. And like I said, it's not possession, it's not going to guilt trip you, it's not going to hold you back. Okay, I think that might be everything I'm getting from the tarot. So let's go ahead and close out the reading with some oracle cards here. We have Ain, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. How are you making your haters mad? As you put your heart's true desire into action. The Emperor is very action oriented. The Chariot, very action oriented. Magician, this is very masculine energy as well. Like and masculine energy to me is all about taking action. So it's just like, how are you driving your haters mad? Is you're taking action. You're putting your heart's desire into action. You're putting it first. All right. Last message. Arakira, blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's very straightforward. That's why I'm just like, you know, have patience with yourself. I feel like how are you making your haters mad is that your relationship with self is getting stronger and stronger, and you're learning how to trust yourself, love yourself, be patient with yourself, be compassionate with yourself. And they feel like it's just going to keep blossoming, it's just going to keep growing, and it terrifies them, because if you're already at this point in your journey and you're just getting started, you're like making these people shit their pants. Like, they're so scared of you. They are so scared of the power that you wield. All right, last message. Sedna, infinite supply. You are supplied for tomorrow, or for today and all of your tomorrows. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And I feel like that too is like you keep manifesting the tools that you need at the right time. It's like opportunities are being manifested. Like I said, promotions, anything. It's like the things that you need show up for you. It's like, I'm trying to think of an example. That's why I'm struggling. It's like, I'm just seeing like a musician, and it's like, they're like, oh, I really need a bass player for my show tomorrow. And it's like, you put that energy out there and then you're supplied. It's like, ask and you shall receive. It's like these things happen just at the right perfect time, where it's like you've manifested all the tools that you need around you. All right, bottom of the deck, butterfly maiden transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So how are you making your haters mad is that you're supplied. You don't have a want. I feel like you do have wants and desires, as we all naturally do, but for the most part, you are taken care of. You are able to manifest what you need when you need it. Not only that, but you're going through so much change that's bringing you blessings, and your haters hate to see it. So that's all I'm getting for you, pile number 2. This was really fun, really intense. I'm really wishing you the best on your journey. Like, I truly believe in you, pile 2, and I think that you can make it. You can go the distance. Your goals are not out of reach. You can manifest anything you desire here. So just keep going, have patience with yourself, and do not give up. All right, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the reading, give me a like, sub, comment down below. It's the easiest, freest way to support the channel, and I really do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you all the best. Love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Everything. Oh my goodness. What's up, pile 3s? All right, you guys chose stars. You can manifest your every wish. Okay. How are you making your haters mad? So what I'm seeing is actually really spicy. You see through your haters. How are you making them mad is they hate that you can see through them. They hate that you know that their intentions are not good. You know, it's like they hate that you know that they're a hater. Like, they hate that you see through them. I really think that these haters wanted to hide and cloak and mask their energy, and they really wanted to pretend like they were your friend, or they were they were somebody who was supportive of you. Like, these haters really hate to be seen for what they are. And I think that these haters really assumed that your energy would hermit. We have the Hermit in reverse here right away. That's the first card that came out. And I feel like they really thought that you were going to isolate yourself once you found out about like their hate. Once you found out that maybe they were being fake, or like they didn't have the best intentions for you. It's like they really thought that you were going to spiral. They really thought that your energy in some way, I'm hearing weak, like they really looked at you as a weak person, a weak target. And it is kind of reminding me a little of pile 1, where it's like, yeah, like they went for somebody who they thought would be a martyr or a victim. And I think that you completely kind of shocked these people. I think for a while you might have actually gone into this 8 of Swords energy where you were overthinking, and you kind of trapped yourself into that energy. You were like, damn, like, why are they treating me like this? Why are they doing this? Why don't they have love for me like the way that they say that they did? You know, like, I think you really internalize like, why is this happening? Why me? And it was coming from a place of a victim, you know. And I think in some ways you were victimized by these people because they did target you. And I think that they really expected you to react to this one way, and you ended up doing the complete opposite. So with the stars here, you can manifest your every wish. I think that you began to work on your manifestations. You decided to, I think you did go into hermit mode. I really do think that some of you did pull back your energy. You did isolate for a while. And like I said, you were kind of in that energy of like, why me? Why is this happening? But then I think that you turn things around, and it's like you let yourself feel the rejection. You let yourself feel the sadness, you know, of like betrayal, because it does feel like betrayal. It feels like people that were trying to cloak their energy, mask, they were trying to treat you one way when they felt another way towards you. And so I feel like once you saw through it, once you started picking up on it, you couldn't understand it. And I think you did pull back and you did go into hermit mode. And I think that that's what they expected of you. It's like they were like, oh, that person's just gonna like go and lick their wounds and like be a victim forever. But I think that you actually turn things around. Like I keep saying it, but it's like with the Hermit in reverse, you came out to shine. It's like all of the sudden when they thought that you were isolating, when they thought that you were like just alone by yourself, it's like they started to realize, oh, like this person actually does have stuff going on. But I think you just started to become more private. So it's like, how are you making these people mad? Is you became more private. You began to focus more on your own manifestations and like what you want to manifest. And I think the difference between like you and pile 2, where it's like pile 2 has like these insane goals and dreams and whatever, which I think, you know, you could have it too. Maybe if you want to listen to pile 2, go ahead. But I think the difference is like your goals are more like tame. I don't know, like your goals are more like, I want to have my mental health be in a good place. I want to have a good routine. I want to eat healthy. I want to have really fulfilling relationships. And it's like those were your goals. That's the things that you started to focus on manifesting for yourself, is like healthy relationships, just like a healthier relationship with yourself. I think you just really did not take the bait. It's like they really wanted you to spiral and like I'm hearing cry. Like they wanted you to be weak and cry and just like, and not that crying is weak. Crying is not weak, you know. I think crying is vulnerable and vulnerability is strength. So I just think that these people have a warped idea of like weakness in a person. And so it's like maybe you were emotionally available and like vulnerable with these people, and it's like they took that as weakness. But anyways, as I was going into it, it's like you started to come out to shine. You started to see through these people. And what's really funny, and what I was trying to get at in the beginning of the reading, where I was like, ooh, this is really interesting. With the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you called these people out. I really feel like for some of you here, how are you making your haters mad is because you call them out. You call them on their bullshit. Not only do you see through them, but you're also like articulating the reasons why these people are manipulative, why these people are haters, why these people like don't have love for you or this or that. It's like you're able to articulate the reasons why these haters are the way that they are very well. And so they really hate it because it's like, not only do you see them for the shitty people that they are, but you're able to call them out. And that's where it's like kind of crazy. It's like they really thought that you were gonna be like keeping to yourself and like never talking about the shit that they did to you. But I think that you have learned that your voice is very powerful. You've learned to not be scared to like put yourself out there and speak your truth. Like these people wanted you to stay silent. How are you making your haters mad is that you no longer are staying silent. You're coming out to shine. You are manifesting your every wish. You're very intuitive. How are you making them mad is your intuition, is that you were right about them. All of the negative intentions that they had towards you, you saw through. You easily picked up on it just like that. And I think that once you started like speaking out about what happened in the past, or like maybe you found like a close friend that you could talk to, because like I said, I feel like your goals are very like tame. I don't know a better word to say than tame. It's like your goals are very reasonable. And it's like, so it's like your goals are like, I want to have a friendship with somebody that I really trust and respect and love. And so it's like, I feel like you've manifested friendships that are actually trustworthy. You've learned how to trust your intuition and choose better friends, better people to surround yourself, better partners, romantic partners as well. And so that's also another thing that's driving them mad, is that you've made better connections with people that aren't shitty like them. So not only did you see through them, call them out, but you've, I don't want to say replaced them, but that's how they feel, is like you've just moved on. You've moved on, and you've moved on. Nine of Swords at the bottom in reverse here. So it's just kind of showing me that where at one point this was something that really kept you in your head, kept you trapped in your mind, it doesn't anymore. This doesn't trap you as much as it did in the past. Like in the past, I think it really upset you. It really hurt you. I think you really had to step back and like analyze like the whole situation, you know, like what happened? How did I get here? Why are these people like this? Like you really had to listen to your own intuition. But it's like once you came to the conclusions that you did, once you listened and trusted your own intuition and said, look, I don't think these people have the best intentions for me. I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna move away. I might even call them out on their shit. It's like once you finally did that, you got more peace of mind. And I think you were able to like finally start sleeping at night and like finally start like healing, you know. I think that this did fuck you up for a little bit. I really feel like there was a short period of time where you were You were really upset over this. But I think you, like, it's almost like once it kind of clicked that these people really don't care about you, that they're haters, that they wanted to see you weak, victimized. You know, it's like once you realize that's what they wanted for you, it was really easy for you to be like, why do I care? Like, why do I care so much if these people don't even care? You know, it's like, and I think you were able to learn how to like regulate again and be like, okay, like this doesn't have as much power over me anymore because I understand now, like, these weren't my people. These are not my people. Eight of Pentacles. So how are you making your haters mad? Is you are working really hard on something. I don't know if you have a really good job right now or if you're just making money some way consistently, but they are looking, your haters are mad because they feel like you have money or you have a solid, stable income at this time. They're mad that you're a hard worker as well. There's something about your work ethic. Yeah, it's strong. Like, you don't give up. It's like where they really thought you were gonna give up. They thought you were just gonna become a hermit. Like, they thought you were gonna be that person that just like never leaves their house, and not that that's a bad thing, but you know, it's like they wanted you to be that person that just like never leaves their house, doesn't have any friends. They wanted you to be the scapegoat, I really feel. And not only did you call these people out, but you've also been healing yourself, taking care of yourself, working hard, manifesting your every wish. I feel like with the Hermit reverse, you're shining right now, you know? I feel like it's kind of unexpected too. Like, people didn't expect this energy from you, of like this energy of success and manifestation and like shine. Like, these people kind of thought you might have been like a wallflower or shy, or I don't know, it's like they really thought you didn't have it in you to shine. Like, you were just, yeah, easy to yank around by the chain, you know? I feel like what it is you're sensitive. I think you're a really sensitive soul. And I think that that sensitivity is also a reason why you have a very strong intuition. That sensitivity is a superpower. And that, how are you making your haters mad, is that you finally tapped into that sensitivity, that intuition. And you finally started harnessing it as a superpower instead of a weakness. My sensitivity is not a weakness, it's actually a strength, as we have the Strength card here. So like I've been saying, is like, you bossed up. I do feel like there's some parallels of maybe pile 2. It's like maybe eventually you'll get to kind of pile 2 energy, but I feel like you're kind of more in the beginning stages of like still kind of working through this betrayal, still kind of pushing past it. Yeah, but it's like you're very strong. How are you making your haters mad is your strength. They thought that they could push you around. They thought you weren't strong. They thought you were weak. And you prove these people wrong. How are you making your haters mad? 5 of Swords. You called them out. This is crazy. You really, I think you said it. Like, you really said it in a very clear, like a clear way that it's like it cannot be misunderstood, the way that you feel about these people. It's like you were very direct, very clear. You made it very clear how you stand with these people, these haters. And it's like you made it very clear that you see them for who they are. I really feel like that is the biggest thing that really upsets these haters, is that you saw through them and you called them out. Like, they hate that. They really, it's like something that I think keeps them up at night, is like they still hear your words. They still see the faces that you would give them of like your reactions to things, or like I really feel like it's words that you have said with the swords energy. It's words. It's communication that you delivered that really angered these people, because they were like, you're right. What's making your haters mad is that you're right, and you're telling the truth about who they are, and they don't want to see the truth about who they are. That's why they were trying so hard to cloak their energy, you know? I feel like some of these haters, that mask that they were wearing, the cloak of their energy, they were in denial of their own shadow. Like, some of these people were believing their mask, you know? And I feel like when it came to how they treated you, and then you calling them out for it, they had to face their shadow in that moment. And they had to really, it's also like one of those things where it's like, the really sweet person gets upset. You know what I mean? It's like, the person that doesn't talk shit about anybody is sitting here and talking shit about you, is calling you out for your shit. It's like, these people pushed you to a point where it's almost got you out of character, where it's like, you had to call them out. Like, you had no choice but to fight back. And it's like, they have to live with that. Like, how are you making them upset and mad? It's like, they have to live with the fact that they pushed one of the sweetest people, the most like sensitive, sweet souls, to the point of like anger. And it's like, they have to deal with their own shadow of like, what kind of person am I to get that person to that point? Whew, interesting, crazy. Yeah, and they weren't expecting it. This really came out of left field. You surprised these people. You shocked these people whenever you called them out. They could not believe their ears. What else do we have, Spirit? Page of Pentacles in reverse. How are you making your haters mad? You don't, I don't think you want to give these haters a second chance. I think that you've come to your own conclusions. You were put in a place where you had to kind of be out of character because of the betrayal. And it's like, you never want to go through that again. You know what I mean? It's like, you know how to trust your intuition now. Yes, there's a chance you're still going to meet shitty people in the future. But at this point, I think that you have more trust in yourself. You've built more strength in self. Your intuition is on point. And you're going to end up making better connections, better friendships, better relationships, where it's like, this kind of thing isn't going to happen again. I really doubt this thing is going to happen again for you. But what's upsetting your haters here is that you don't want to give them a second chance. It's like, not only did you call these people out, talk your shit, but you're also like, and never fucking come back. Like, never come back. And it's like, once again, it's coming back to that energy of like, the sweetest person you know is telling you to get the fuck out of here and never come back. You know, it's like, you push that sweet person to that point where they want nothing to do with you. Yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Like, it's not even like, you don't even give them a small offer of like, let's get coffee, or let's you know, can I have a ride to work? I don't know. It's like, you know, like small interactions. You don't even want anything to do with these people. You could have deleted them, blocked them. You could have just removed yourself from a situation and just like are ignoring them completely. But yeah, you really shocked these people. Like, how are you making your haters mad is you didn't follow their script. You know, it's like they thought that they had a foolproof script here of what they thought was gonna happen. I'm hearing Mean Girls in my head, like the movie Mean Girls. It's like they really thought that they were gonna like pull this Regina George plot on you, where it's like, we're gonna take away the minions, the boyfriend, the body. It's like, we're gonna do all this, we're gonna like come after this person, and they're just gonna like, and I'm gonna come out on top. It's like they really thought that it was gonna be like a movie, but I think you did not follow their script. All right, what is it? Knight of Cups. Look at this. Awesome. We have double Knight of Cups in reverse. You have no love for these haters. I feel like because you are such a sweetheart, and like I really do feel like out of all the piles, you are the most sensitive, the sweetest, and it's really fucked up what these haters are doing, you know? It's like, you didn't deserve this, and it's like they put you in this place where you had to become this Knight of Cups in reverse and be like, I have no love for you. I have nothing to offer you. I don't have space in my heart for you. You know, and it's like, I think you're still so sweet that it's like you have human decency towards these people. You don't hate them. You don't like want them to die or want something bad to happen to them, but it's like you don't have nurturance to give them. You don't have, like, I'm not gonna bake you cookies. I'm not gonna invite you to my party. I'm not gonna come to your wedding. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not, you lost me. You lost me. I feel like for a lot of you here, you used to show up for these people in this Knight of Cups energy. I think I'm seeing 222 on the timer. Damn, that really made me want to cry. I'm feeling your pain, guys. Like, I think, God, you are so strong, because this is not easy. It's like you showed up so authentically. You showed up with so much love for these people. And I feel like because they felt ashamed of themselves, that's why they had to try to cloak their energy, is because their shadow, you know, like their ego was trying to like tell them that they were like your friend, but the way that they were treating you, the betrayal of like trust and respect, and like just like the lack of love that they showed towards you, it's like it put you in this position where you had to become out of character. You know, this is not who you are. You are not this Knight of Cups in reverse, but it's like when it comes to these haters, this is who they get. Because of how they treated you, I'm getting goosebumps. What the heck? Because of how they treated you, they will never get the same version of you ever again. And it kills them. It really kills these people. Damn, pile 3. I want to be your friend. I feel like we could be friends. Oh, now I'm hearing the Ariana song. We can't be friends, but enough pretend. Oh, we have Ain, leap of faith, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. And pile 2 did shuffle this as well. How are you making your haters mad? Is you're taking a risk. I feel like this was scary. Like for you to call these people out, it was scary. You're so brave, so courageous to love yourself enough to put these people in their place and to tell them about themselves. I think you really took a leap of faith here. And I think not only that, but how are you making your haters mad is that you're prioritizing what you want, your heart's desire. You know, like I said, it's like you're gonna get the things that you're manifesting right now. Like, I think you're gonna manifest healthier friendships, maybe a healthier relationship if you need to. Like a romantic relationship is what I keep meaning. You're gonna manifest like a routine, better health, just better self-care. I feel like that's what you're really working on and prioritizing at this time. Yep, purification. Coventina, purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Exactly what I was just saying. It's like you are very focused on like detoxifying. It's like this was a very toxic situation, and I think that it did affect you negatively. You know, it hurt. I think it created levels of trust issues that you're gonna have to work through and heal. And it's like you're ready to let go. You're ready to clear out, to cleanse your life of people like this. And how are you making them mad is that you come from a pure place. You come from a place of pure intentions, and they never could. I'm like shaking my head because I'm so mad. Like, and I love that this card just came out because we'll get to it, but I'm just so mad for you. It's like you didn't deserve this. You really didn't. But I love that this card came out. We have Isolt, I might be mispronouncing that. Undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. And see, I think it says so much about you as a person, is that you don't regret the love that you shared with these people. You don't regret being in this Knight of Cups upright, because that's who you are. You're a loving, pure soul. And I think that you are going to manifest people in your life that deserve your unconditional, undying love. These people didn't deserve it, but I think in some ways it's like, it's eternal. The love you've shared is eternal. It's like those people almost needed it more than you did. You know, it's like they really needed that love. It's like, I don't know, it's like it's giving me just this energy of like, don't regret the fact that you showed up as a loving, pure person. Just because these people couldn't reciprocate it, you know, regardless of the situation, your love was pure. And I think that these people needed it. I don't know. Bottom of the deck, Yemanya, golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Yes, I feel like by making these changes, taking this leap of faith, coming out to shine, trusting your intuition, building healthy habits, really taking care of your sensitive soul, I think golden opportunities will be coming your way very soon. I think that's everything I have. Yeah, that's all I have for you. Okay, pile 3, this was a lot of fun. I really love you. I hope you're doing okay, and I'm wishing you all the best. If you resonated, if you enjoyed the reading, give me a like, sub, comment. It's the easiest, freest way to support the channel. Really appreciate it when you do so. Until next time, sending you all the best love, light, protection, blessings. Bye. Come on, Spirit. The deck. Really? Oh, nice. Okay. Into your phone again. Ooh. Yeah. Come on, come on. My goodness, my golly goodness. Stop, Spirit. I can take another look. What's up, pile 4? Welcome to the bonus pile. So this pile is where I pull messages for myself as well as the collective. See what we have in common. What's going on? What are we both going through? What messages do we need? Let's jump right in. Pile 4, we shuffled the card Mural. Be your own first priority. Yes, priority. Mamma mia, mamma mia. And just a heads up, pile 4s are usually more relaxed. I'm usually just chilling at this point, just pulling cards, you know, after I did the other 3 readings. So if these are sillier, or like maybe I let myself relax a bit more, where it's like I'm not trying to be back to back with messages and keep channeling professionally, yeah, we're just having fun here, okay? So these these haters could be upset about some kind of artistic talent that you have, whether it's like visual, you know, for me, I love to sing. I did create my intro, you know, my little Neptuna tarot logo. I did create that myself, kind of thing. You know, I like to think that I'm pretty creative. So it's like, you could just be very creative. You could have some kind of artistic talent or skill as well. And I think that that's something that is very upsetting to your haters, especially people that maybe feel like they don't have artistic talent, or they don't have a specific talent that they really wish that they were good at. But I really feel like the main thing that your haters are mad about is that you put yourself first. You put yourself first. Your needs, your desires, all of it. Whatever you need, you are giving it to yourself. I feel like strongly you are learning how to reparent yourself. Maybe at some point or another you struggled with putting yourself first, making yourself a priority. You could have been self-sacrificing in the past. You could have sacrificed your own needs over others. And I think that you have learned how to really put yourself in the driver's seat of your own life, reparent yourself, teach yourself that your needs are important, that your talents are valuable. Sorry, I said vulnerable. Some of you, it could be like, it could be hard for you to share your talent sometimes because of the vulnerability aspect. But I think that your talents are valuable and they deserve to be shared. And I feel like maybe you're not quite there yet to the point where it's like you can be completely vulnerable with these things, but I think you are to a point where you're putting yourself first. And I think it's pissing these people off. Okay, so what do we have? So as you can tell, a lot of cards are hidden, and I do feel that your haters are trying very hard to stay hidden at this time. I feel like your haters feel like you don't know about them, or you don't really, like they're not on your radar right now. And I think for some of you that's true. I feel like for a lot of you here, it's like you really just don't care. It's like, you let these people stay in the dark, you know, let these people be like little rats in the dark, you know. It's like, let them hide and scurry around in their weirdo behavior, you know. It's like, I feel like you really don't care. It's like you're not really paying a lot of attention to your haters, okay? Like, you don't give them time, you don't give them energy. And I feel like, especially, bottom of the deck, Page of Pentacles, this is reminding me a little of pile 3, where it's like you're not giving any kind of second chance or opportunity here for these people, these haters, to kind of be in your energy field. So right away we have this Four of Cups. I feel like your haters really wanted you to be in this energy of disappointment, and they really wanted you to be in this energy of missing opportunities. Like, they wanted you to be so upset by the fact that they're hating on you, or they don't like you, or whatever it is, like they're just hating. They wanted you to be so hurt and upset by that you would become distracted. And so it's like this distraction would basically cause you to miss out on new friendships, new opportunities. Like it does feel like job opportunities, or like things that you're trying to manifest or go towards. It's like they wanted you to be so distracted by them that you just don't move forward. And like it's interesting, this is kind of, it's giving me a little bit of mixtures of all three of the piles here, but give me a sec, I need a cough. But as I was saying, it's giving me like you didn't do what they thought you would do. You didn't follow the script that they had in their head of how things would go. It's like they thought that you would be so hurt and disappointed and distracted that you would just like, I don't know. It's like haters are so weird like that. It's like they think that you're just gonna lay down and die. It's like, no, I don't think you did that. I think that you started putting yourself first once you realized that maybe like these people disappointed you in some way. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you let go. It's like these haters wanted you to hold a grudge. They wanted you to almost kind of like maybe start a vendetta against these people, or like they wanted you to go to war with them. You know what I mean? It's like they wanted you to be so wrapped up in this drama that you're distracted and you can't put your needs, your dreams first. Like you couldn't prioritize what you need because you would be so distracted by their energy. It's giving like nuisance. Like I'm seeing like a fly that's just like swirling around your head, and it's like, you know, it's like it wants so badly to get your attention and distract you and piss you off. But I really feel like you got like a fly swatter, or, you know, like you got like a fly trap, you put it up and you're like, okay, I'm gonna move on with my life. And like they just were so surprised that you let go, that you didn't, it feels kind of like you didn't go to war with these people. I feel like you kind of realized that it would be a waste of your own energy, which, like I said, it's giving me such a mixture of all three of the piles, where it's like pile 2 was very logical about it and very just like, I'm not going to waste my own energy on your hatred, you know, like on your opinions of me. Why would I do that? But as I've been saying though, these haters really wanted to stay hidden. You know, there's so much hidden energy here that we're gonna have to reveal and go through in a second here. It's almost too much, you know, it's like they're doing the most behind closed doors. I feel like these haters are still actively trying to tear you down, trying to disappoint you, trying to like get into your energy field at this time. But they're really trying to do this in the dark. Like they're trying to stay hidden about it. I feel like because some of them know that like you're not paying attention, like you couldn't care less what these people are doing. We have the High Priestess. And so I really kind of get this energy of like, you know it's going on. It's like, even though these people are trying to stay hidden and trying to be sneaky and trying to like do these things in the dark or whatever, I feel like you already have a strong intuition where it's like you can pick up on it very easily. You can get advice. Like for some of you, you might be tarot readers here at this pile. You could just be very intuitive, and it's like for me personally, I can just pull a few cards and be like, damn, I know exactly who left the comments on my video yesterday, like paragraphs and paragraphs of comments. I know who did that just from pulling a few cards. You know what I mean? It's like you have a very strong intuition. So it's like, even though these people feel like they're in the dark or being sneaky about their hate, you actually see right through them. So how are you making your haters mad is that you're not stuck. You're not holding a grudge. You see right through them with the High Priestess. You have a very strong intuition. You're not giving them any opportunities to come in. And with the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like you're a weirdo. I love when the Hierophant is in reverse. I am very non-traditional, you know. I'm a non-traditional person. I'm not somebody who always wants to follow a traditional path, you know, and I think that these haters kind of dislike this about you is because they feel like you should care more about like maybe your reputation. You should care more about fitting in. You should care more about this or that. But I think that that's not really what's important to you, you know? I think what's important to you is like your own peace. I think what's important to you is like creation, like this artistic talent, this creativity, like nurturing these talents, you know, just self-care in general. I think putting yourself first for the first time in your life. Like I said, I feel like in the past you could have been very self-sacrificing. And so I feel like once again, it's going into the same kind of energy pile 3 where it's like you didn't do what they wanted you to do. You didn't follow script. You were untraditional. Or non-traditional. You followed your own beaten path here. And I feel like these people feel like you should have done something, like they predicted you would do something a different way, or they feel like you should care more about like tradition. You should care more about like society expectations, what other people think of you, reputation. Like you should care so much about these things, and I feel like you really just don't. You really just don't. So let's go ahead and jump in, because I'm tired of like not knowing what the hell these cards are. Let's see what we got. Let's start here. King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is specifically a hater energy. Yeah, these haters are just very narcissistic, very arrogant, very mean, aggressive as well. Yeah, these haters, they love to intimidate people. I really feel like these are people that like get off on being aggressive. They get off on making other people feel intimidated. Like it makes them feel powerful. It feeds their ego. And I think you're so intuitive. You just saw right through this person specifically. I feel like this is a specific person that's coming through. You saw right through this King of Wands and you're like, damn, this is an arrogant prick. You know what I mean? You really saw through this King of Wands in reverse. And it's so funny because like I said, it's like this energy was hidden. And it's like this person thinks that they're being slick. Like this person thought that you weren't noticing. They thought that you didn't, like you weren't gonna stand up to them maybe, or like you weren't gonna move away from them, let them go. And I think you did. I think you put yourself first. I think you let go of the situation. You didn't hold tightly to it. You were like, okay, like this person's an asshole. I'm gonna let this person go. And bottom of the deck with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, and I'm not going to give you a second chance. I'm not going to let you back in. It's like you saw the truth. And the reason I'm saying truth, we have bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. You know, this to me represents truth. And with the High Priestess, it's like you saw the truth. You saw the truth here. And the truth is that this is just somebody who's kind of obsessed with themselves. They're obsessed with power games. I feel like it's power plays. Like this is somebody who likes to feel powerful. They could even be a little bit addicted to that feeling of power. They could have fire placements, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Page of Cups. And I find it funny they're wearing a mask here. What's sad is, I think, okay, I feel like I'm getting off of topic a little bit because I'm like describing these haters specifically. But I feel like I'm picking up in this situation where this King of Wands they started recruiting other people. They started getting people to join in on a bandwagon of maybe hating on you. And so I feel like this like arrogant asshole prick started getting people that might have been younger. They could have been immature. It's people that were like easily kind of manipulated, easily like I'm hearing sheeple. So they got their sheeple together. And what's really sad about this is I think that there's actually people that joined in on this bandwagon that actually had love for you with this Page of Cups. These could have been like people that knew you since you were young too. This could have been people that like, it's like they saw your inner child, or so like maybe they knew you since you were a kid, I don't know, but it's like they had love for you and they still ended up putting on this mask, trying to cloak their hater ass energy and joining forces with somebody that they knew did not like you, did not respect you, and was talking, I feel like this person was talking mad shit, and it's like they got people to join in with them, even people that cared about you, even people that had love for you. Ugh. But yeah, I feel like I'm getting off topic, so it's like, how are you making these haters mad though? Is I think that you still have maintained an element of innocence. I think you're still very connected with your inner child. And it's like, I think that this person was trying to crush that innocence. Like they were trying to crush that part of you that is very loving and sweet and open. They were really trying to, I feel like they were trying to make you more like them. Because the more that you became like them, it's almost like this person was projecting so heavily onto your energy where it's like, instead of facing their shadow, instead of dealing with the fact that they're very egotistical, like aggressive, manipulative, instead of like facing that about themselves, they wanted to make you just like them. Because that was easier than admitting that they were being a dick to somebody who was like really sweet and like means well. You know, somebody who has a big heart. It's like they couldn't admit that they're sitting there bullying, hating on somebody like that. And so it's like they wanted to make you more like them, because then they could like forgive themselves. Then they could just be like, it doesn't even matter because pile 4 is just like me. This could have been a person that kind of thinks everybody's an asshole, or like everybody is like selfish or egotistical, and it's like maybe they felt like by trying to corrupt your energy, they were helping you. They felt like they were trying to like these, because like remember, this person comes from such a place of like arrogance that they really thought that they were like smarter than you, better than you, and so because of that, they felt like, oh, I need to help this person. This person is so confused and naive and innocent, and they don't know what they're doing, and oh my god, like it's almost like that arrogance of like, I'm gonna teach this person what the real world is like. And I really hate that term when people are like, and I feel like that's also where the Hierophant is coming in, is like, how are you making these people upset? Is like, you don't follow their rules. Whatever bullshit societal rules that these people follow, they think that that's the quote unquote real world. What the fuck do you mean the real world? I'm living in the real world right now, and I can still maintain my relationship with my inner child, my innocence, my heart. I can still maintain those things even by quote unquote living in the real world, you know? It's like, I hate that term real world. Like, what the fuck do you mean? We're all living in our own realities every single day. Like, that shit doesn't never make sense to me, is when people say that. And I feel like these are the kinds of people that live by that energy of like, oh, they just need a reality check. They just need to live in the quote unquote real world. It's like they really thought that you were so out of touch that they were helping you. Which to me is just like an insult to your intelligence. It's an insult to the way that you love. Yeah, it's gross. It's weird. So how are you making them mad is you don't give a shit about the quote unquote real world. You don't give a shit about this person's expectations. I think you really hurt this person's ego. Especially you've hurt this person's ego by how little attention you give them. I think you give this person such minuscule attention that their ego is just like, I can't handle this. Like, how could they be ignoring me? You know, kind of thing. The Tower in reverse. I'm hearing you dodged a bullet. So there's something here about escape. Like, I feel like how are you making your haters mad is you escaped something. You got out of something. You avoided something. You avoided a tower moment. Like, I think that these people really wanted to see something come crashing down for you, or like see you go through this tower moment, and I think you successfully avoided it. I think that like maybe you got invited to a party that you didn't go to, that they kind of had this plan to kind of bully you, or what's it called, like all team up on you kind of energy. Because I feel like this King of Wands, they're a recruiter. They try to recruit people to hate with them. And I think that sadly they did get people, like people that actually cared about you. They got, and to me it's like, fuck that, because it's like, if you're weak enough to give in to that kind of energy, then you're not like, I don't need your little bit of love or whatever you had for me. I don't need it. You know, go ahead and betray me and betray yourself because you love me. You know, you're betraying yourself by doing that. So, but anyways, how are you making them mad is you avoided a tower. Like, I feel like some of you like very gracefully or like very sneakily like escaped a situation where it's like you could have moved out of a home situation. You know, you could have really been planning for that move for a while, for a minute, you know. It's like you snuck out the back door. And so these haters are upset because, like I said, you didn't follow the script. It's like they wanted you to be in a certain time and place that they could create this tower moment for you. What else? What do we have? 6 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. How are you making your haters mad? I feel like your haters are actually the ones that are now trapped in their head. They're actually the ones that are now like struggling with their own self-limiting beliefs. So that's why they're upset, is because it's almost like the things that they were trying to do to you, it's like they inflicted on themselves. It's like they thought that they were winning, but at the end of the day, it's like they just kind of put themselves in their own cage, like their own, they trapped themselves. They fucked themselves over by messing with you. I don't know. And because I think with 6 of Cups here, it's like you had genuine love, I think, for some people, or like you're a sweetheart. You're somebody who would give a lot, I think, in a situation, a nurturer. And so it's like these people that lost that, they have to face that. They have to live with this now. They have to kind of deal with it. And I feel like you're still doing okay, where it's like you're putting yourself first. You're prioritizing creative endeavors. You could even be speaking up with the Ace of Swords, you know? You could even be like talking about the situation openly, and like you're not afraid to speak your truth. And so that could also be really upsetting for your haters, is that you didn't lose your heart. You've maintained your intuition, your innocence, your connection with your inner child. You've maintained a relationship with your own creativity. Also, I was gonna say something about like, I feel like animals could really like you. Animals could really love you, and I don't know why that's something that pisses this person off. That is so funny. I'm trying not to cough. Oh gosh. Like, it's like animals like you. I'm hearing the song Karma by Taylor Swift. Karma is a cat purring in my lap because it loves me. You know, like, I don't know, it's just like you just come across as so like loving, and it just kind of puts a spotlight on this other person that's been so cruel to you, because they're just like, why are you like this? Like, why are you like this? Yeah, so I mean, how are you making your haters mad? You don't, I feel like you're not paying any mind to this. You really don't care. I think you've moved on. I think you saw through the bullshit, you moved on, you protected your own energy. Callie, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. I think that you understand that you couldn't hold on to this situation and have, you know, good things come in for you. You had to release, you had to let go, you had to put yourself first. I think that how are you making your haters mad is that you have transitioned very smoothly from this ending to a beginning, and this person could still be holding on. Abundanita. Prosperity. The universe is pouring its abundance out to you. Be open to receiving. Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of like the proof is in the pudding. The proof is like in the blessings that you're receiving, and the prosperity, the abundance that you've created for yourself, in your ability to start fresh and start over, and not kind of hold on to this situation or internalize it as something wrong with you. So yeah, they're really upset that you're prosperous. Callie to me represents destruction as well. So it's almost like I really feel like these people try to create a tower moment in your life, but it's almost like you kind of, like, your energy was more destructive to their life than it was to yours. Like, by fucking with you, by hating on you, it's almost like these people fuck themselves. I don't know. It's really, like, let me tell you guys, like, I do a lot of return to senders. It's like, if you ever wonder what kind of spell work I'm working on, I'm doing return to senders. So if people are trying to send me crazy ass energy, it's going right back to them. And that's really kind of what I'm getting, is like, they thought that they could create towers for you, but I feel like by trying to send towers to you, it got sent right back. You know, it was more destructive to their life than it was to yours. And finally, we have Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So why are you making these haters mad? Is your inner wisdom. You knew exactly what to do. High Priestess, you know, you trusted your intuition, and you didn't skip a beat by taking action and listening to the wisdom that you were receiving. Action without delay. So it's like for me, okay, and it's like, let me just kind of explain. It's like, I kind of picked up on this hater ass energy, this King of Wands, and once I started picking up on it, I was very quiet about it. I did my research, I looked into things, I observed, I became, you know, that my inner wisdom came out of, like, I need to get more information before I make a decision. And so once I finally saw this person for what it was, I was able to know what to do, because I had gathered that information, I had gained the wisdom I needed of how to react in situations when you're dealing with very arrogant, egotistical people, and I took action without delay. You know, it's like I didn't question the wisdom or the understanding that I had. It's like once I had it, I was able to, you know, utilize my wisdom, turn it into action. So yeah, why are your haters so upset? Because you trusted yourself and you took action based on the wisdom you received. Yeah, that's all I'm getting, guys. That's all I got. So I'm like looking around to see if there's another card I can pull, because I don't know. Was that it? I kind of want to pull another one of these. We'll close it off. Sword, make the change. You cut these people off. You made the change. You weren't afraid of change. The old must be released so that the new can enter. These people wanted you to cling. They wanted you to fall apart. They wanted you to internalize their rejection as self-rejection, but you didn't do that. You made yourself a priority. You trusted your inner wisdom. You built your own prosperity. And you cut these people the fuck off. You see how she's cutting her hair? You cut it off. You cut the dead ends off, you know? Storm. Every hurricane comes to an end. How are you making them so mad? Is because you made the change and it brought the hurricane they were trying to bring in, it brought it to an end. So that's all I got for you guys. This was silly. I don't know, this was fun. I feel like I've already gotten so past this energy, but it's just kind of surprising when it comes up again, because I feel like it was all hidden, and I really feel like it's still going on behind closed doors. Like it's still kind of happening in the dark, but I just don't really, I've moved so far away from it that it's like, I don't really care. Like if it's going on, those people will get what they get, you know, and I will get mine. They can get theirs, I can get mine. And that's beautiful. So I'm gonna leave it at that, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys resonated too, give me a like, sub, comment. It's the easiest, freest way to interact and support the channel. So please, please, if you don't mind, I really appreciate it. Until next time, I am sending you love, light, protection, blessings. See you later. Bye.